My name is Ibrahim Sheriff. I am currently the Public Relations Officer for the ALPHA TIMBO CAUCUS in the diaspora, which is the official campaign committee pushing the agenda of ALPHA TIMBO for the position of flag bearer in the opposition Sierra Leone People's Party, the SLPP, and subsequently for the presidency of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I am Mandingo Mende by tribe and hail from the Kailahu and Kenema districts of Sierra Leone. I am not Honorable Timbo's brother, friend, uncle, nephew, or we did not attend the same school or college. Neither have we worked together. I did not know Honorable Timbo's family or place of birth prior to the time I made up my mind to support his candidacy for the highest political office in our motherland. This is because I realized and have come to terms with the fact that choosing someone to lead Sierra Leone is a serious decision that must not be based on sentiment or emotion. I realize that the decision we make concerning this important issue has a lot to do with the progress in our country. So when I decided to join the ALPHA TIMBO campaign and to support him right through to the end, my decision was free from sentiment and emotion. The Sierra Leone People's Party, being the oldest political party in Sierra Leone, is renowned for upholding democratic values. It is renowned for solving Sierra Leone's problems from 1952 to 1967 and from 1996 to 2007. It is a political party that was formed to emancipate the protectorate, and hence it was called the Countryman's Party. The SLPP is a political party which, with core values such as respect for elders, financial probity, accountability, fairness, and so on. So when the time comes for us to choose someone to lead a party of this kind, our decision must be in strict agreement with the core values of the party and the political history it has created for itself. We must choose someone who has a proven track record of upholding these values. We must choose someone who has created a national record that the party can use as a campaign benchmark to win elections in the country. Yes, it is also the value of the Sierra Leone People's Party to uphold democracy, and the reason why our internal democratic processes must be predicated on fairness and transparency. It is that reason why we have other candidates vying for the same position which ALPHA TIMBO is vying for, the position of the SLPP flag bearer. What is also true is that we must now drop sentiments and take a telescopic look at the candidates that we have been presented with and be honest with ourselves and the party we love and cherish, the SLPP. I therefore would like to use this opportunity to formally introduce ALPHA TIMBO to our countrymen and women, and especially those who we call delegates of the party who will be voting for our next flag bearer. The name ALPHA TIMBO has been in the public limelight for a long time, not because ALPHA TIMBO is an old man. In fact, he is one of the youngest candidates in the race. ALPHA TIMBO has always stood for the rights of those who are powerless or voiceless. As Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union for 10 consecutive years, ALPHA TIMBO left an indelible mark on teachers of Sierra Leone. ALPHA TIMBO did very tense and tough negotiations with the government of Sierra Leone, acting on its quest to see the improvement of the condition of service for teachers. Comparatively, we can say that teachers' condition of service is far better today than it was 10-20 years ago. Through his leadership with the union, working with others, ALPHA TIMBO was able to raise the necessary funds from deductions from teachers' salaries voluntarily, which was later complemented by the Canadian Federation of Teachers to build the union's first administrative headquarters that we call the Rogaland House, which is situated in Eastern Freetown. Not stopping there, he was part of the initiation and construction of one of the biggest hotels in Sierra Leone, for teachers in Sierra Leone called Hotel 510. This hotel has not only solved lodging problem for teachers who travel to the country's capital to address educational matters, but has created jobs for hundreds of Sierra Leoneans. This hotel is equipped with 24/7 cold and hot water, continental breakfast, Wi-Fi internet service, 24/7 maintenance, 24/7 air conditioning, etc. Teachers use this facility at a minimum cost of $50,000, which is $5 per night, which they do not have to pay upfront, but an amount that is deducted from their salaries when they are paid. While he worked with the Labour Congress as Assistant Secretary General, ALPHA TIMBO stood for the rights of workers consistently, a stance which won the admiration of the then late President Ahmad Tijan Kaba, who made ALPHA TIMBO Minister of Labour and Industrial Relations. While he was in that position, ALPHA TIMBO accomplished two objectives for the SLPP, which the late president, upon assuming office in 1996, had set for the country, among many others. ALPHA TIMBO was able to force the setting up of an industrial court in Sierra Leone, which passed laws that protected the rights of workers in both the public and private sectors. This action was unprecedented, as it was not in existence prior to 1996. Today, workers' pension, retirement, and their rights are protected all over the country because of the laws that were passed in that regard. ALPHA TIMBO did that. As late President Kaba had set the objective of SLPP, ensuring that a social security and investment trust must be set up to save retirement and pension for workers in Sierra Leone, ALPHA TIMBO achieved that national objective for the SLPP and for Sierra Leone by championing the establishment of the National Social Security and Investment Trust, NASIT, which is today one of the best and most successful and productive government institutions in Sierra Leone. ALPHA TIMBO did that. ALPHA TIMBO went further to look out for our youths in the country. You know, when the 11-year brutal civil war ended in Sierra Leone, almost all of the youth had no jobs. As the Minister of Labour and Industrial Relations, ALPHA TIMBO had to look outside of Sierra Leone to find jobs for our youth. Through the Employment Abroad program, which was by then a very responsible program, not compared to what is happening today for Sierra Leone, ALPHA TIMBO found jobs for our youth in Iraq, in Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, London, and in the United States. Some of those who benefited from that program are today the main supporters of ALPHA TIMBO, who are showing their appreciation for ALPHA TIMBO's selfless efforts to get them employed. Many helped revitalize the economy of Sierra Leone through remittances they made back to their families in the country. As the Sierra Leone Teachers Union Secretary General, ALPHA TIMBO was part of the delegation that negotiated peace with the Revolutionary United Front, or the RUF, in Lomé, Togo. ALPHA TIMBO was a founding member of various pro-democracy organizations in Sierra Leone, including Campaign for Good Governance, Movement for the Restoration of Democracy, to name just a very few. ALPHA TIMBO headed the Sierra Leone Football Association at some point. When the SLPP lost elections to the APC in 2007, ALPHA TIMBO returned to his party, the SLPP, as Assistant Secretary General and served with dedication. The only former minister in government who could do such a thing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, only democracy in the SLPP makes it possible for the party to be looking some other places at other candidates when we have one of ours. ALPHA TIMBO is the most consistent candidate in the race for the flag bearer in the SLPP. His campaign has never been accused of causing havoc in the party, disrespecting elders, violating the party's core values, etc., which other campaigns within the party are notorious for. In fact, when some party operatives decided to violate the constitution of the SLPP on December 6, 2012, by putting forward a motion to grant the former presidential candidate the position of political leader in the party because of what they refer to as a case the party had in court. Alpha Timbo was the lone voice who stood against the unconstitutional action. Today, many see that Alpha Timbo's singular action was the right action. Alpha Timbo is a humble man, and above all, God-fearing. This man has God in all of his decisions. He is intelligent, he is visionary, experienced, young, dynamic, and very energetic to take on the task of President of Sierra Leone. Alpha Timbo's voting blocs include the Sierra Leone Teachers Union, the Labour Congress, Petty Traders Association, chunks from the North, and above all, most of the young elites in the party and the country. It is Alpha Timbo who has the popularity to turn an APC stronghold green. I mean McKinney. All of us saw that when he was welcomed there by the youth, including men and women, upon his return from the United States. On this note, therefore, and on behalf of the Alpha Timbo Caucus, I am appealing to members of the SLPP, the delegates of the party, and fellow Sierra Leoneans to put a very serious thought into your decision-making when choosing who must be our next president. Alpha Timbo is the name that stands for unity, peace, result, focus, development, cohesiveness, pragmatism, and many more. Alpha Timbo fears God. He prays to God consistently and has always produced results wherever he has worked. Alpha Timbo is a true son of our soil, Sierra Leone. Alpha Timbo was born on April 27, 1961, Sierra Leone's Independence Day. There is a reason why God permitted his birth on this historical day. One country, one people. Thank you very much.